A report out this morning says many phone companies are not doing enough to protect us from robocalls and texts. A consumer watchdog group, US Purg, says more than half of them have not fulfilled all requirements of recent federal law. Nancy Chen is here to show us how they are falling short. Nancy, good morning.
Nate, good morning to you. How about this? Your phone rings and it's a call or a text from a number that you don't recognize. Does that sound familiar? Experts say far too often these texts and calls are coming from scammers trying to steal your money. And to make it worse, the report's author says many phone companies aren't doing enough to stop it. That includes implementing technology to prevent robo and spoof calls as mandated by the FCC. Nearly 4,000 phone companies have installed anti-robocall technology in the last 3 years. But the report says only 47% have fully completed those measures. Now, we reached out to the FCC, which says it's incorrect to state most providers are not complying. Many are asking for extensions, and some say they're unable to apply the blocking technology in rural areas with older infrastructure. Now, while scam calls have slightly decreased since this law took effect, the report says robo and scam texts, which we all know so well, they have nearly tripled this year to 19 billion per month. The FCC only adopted its first rules focused on scam texting last year. And the report's author says text can actually be more dangerous in part because it's easy to tap a malicious link that can expose your data in just seconds.
So here's a question, Nancy. Listen, I don't answer numbers I don't recognize. I just don't do it. So what can you do to protect yourself? And I've missed some good calls by not answering numbers I don't recognize, but what can you do?
But it's a good rule of thumb, Gayle. Both calls and texts spell big losses for consumers. One report found last year alone more than 56 million Americans lost money through scam calls. That is more than 20% of adults. The report's author recommends watching for anything that seems urgent and unexpected. Legitimate companies and government offices, they will never threaten you. Verify what you're being told. Call the bank or the relative in question. And also don't be surprised if the caller knows specific details about you, like who your relatives are, or if you have a birthday coming up. In part, that's because there have been so many data breaches these past few years. Your information is out there.
Yeah, it is. Gayle, you want to talk about what calls you missed?
Nope.
One name. Give us one name.
Nope.
Could be a boo thing.
Nancy, thank you very much.